Good morning, students. Let's start with the next chapter called probability. Now first let us understand what is the meaning of probability, and then we will learn certain terms related to the chapter, that is probability. So it is the branch of mathematics which deals with the chances of occurring of an event. So the branch of mathematics which deals with chances of happening of an event is called probability. That is the measurement of chances. There are certain terms which are related to the topic, so let's understand them first. The first term is random experiment. Now what is the meaning of random experiment? An experiment is called random experiment if it satisfies the following two conditions. The first condition is it has more than one possible outcome. That is, it must have at least two outcomes. And secondly, it is not possible to predict the outcome in advance. It is not possible to predict the outcome in advance, and it has more than one possible outcome. Example can be tossing a coin. If a coin is tossed, then either head may come or tail may come, so that means there are more than one possible outcomes and we cannot predict in advance whether head or tail will come. So such an experiment is called random experiment. Then secondly, we have another term called outcome. Outcome is simply a result of random experiment. As in this case, that is tossing a coin, head or tail is the result of tossing a coin. So head and tail, they are called outcomes of the experiment, that is tossing a coin. Then we have sample space. Sample space, it is the set of all possible outcomes. Set of all possible outcomes is called sample space. For example, suppose we conduct an experiment of rolling a die. Then we know that We have digits 1 to 6 on each face of the die. So the sample space S, which is the set of all possible outcomes, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So outcomes are separated by commas and they are enclosed within braces. It is the roster form of expressing a set. So the set of all possible outcomes is called the sample space. Let's take an example on writing the sample space of experiment. A coin is tossed. If it shows head, we draw a ball from a bag consisting of 3 different blue and 4 different white balls. If it shows tail, we throw a die. Write the sample space of this experiment. So when a coin is tossed and it shows head, then we have a bag which consists of 3 different blue and 4 different white balls. Suppose blue balls are named as B1, B2 and B3, and white balls, they are named as W1, W2, W3 and W4. Now if the coin shows head, we draw a blue ball. We draw a ball from a bag, so it may be blue, it may be white. Hence, the possible outcomes for head on the coin is, with head, we may draw a ball which may be the first blue ball, or it is HB2, HB3. Then, white ball may come, so HW1, HW2, HW3, HW4. These are the combinations when head comes on the coin. If tail is there and we throw a die, that means after getting tail, when we throw a die, we may get 1, it may be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the possible outcomes, or this is the sample space for this experiment. Then the next heading is event. It is simply the subset of or any subset of sample space. Event is mainly of two types on the basis of number of outcomes. Single event or compound event. Having only one sample point. Having compound event have two or more sample points. Example, tossing two coins. This is experiment, and let's say an event be A getting two heads. So sample space is so what is event A? It is HH. So that is why it is single event. It contains only one sample point of the sample space. For this we can take the same example but with the event at least one head. So in the same experiment, if we take this event B, at least one head, so it becomes HT, TH, HH. Clearly, these sets are the subsets of the sample space, and the sample space is HHTT, THST. So this is the subset of this sample space and it contains only one sample point, so it is single event. Here, if we have more than one sample point in the set, then it becomes compound event. Also, clearly it is the subset of the sample space. So, they are called single and compound event. Now there are three important types of events. First one is mutually exclusive events. Two events or even more, two or more events are mutually exclusive if their simultaneous occurrence is not possible. That is, they cannot occur together. If their simultaneous occurrence is not possible. That is, if A and B are mutually exclusive, then A intersection B is phi. And since they cannot occur simultaneously, therefore probability of two mutually exclusive events is 0. As intersection is phi, so there will be no element in A intersection B, hence this probability will be 0. Same concept applies for any number of mutually exclusive events, that is, the probability of their intersection will be 0. then second one is exhaustive events. Two or more events of a same experiment of a same sample space, that means same experiment, are exhaustive if their union is equal to sample space. That means if A and B are exhaustive events with respect to sample space S, of the same experiment, then A union B is equal to S. This implies probability of A union B is equal to 1. So in case of exhaustive events, the union of events is equal to sample space, therefore they cover the whole sample space, so their union will always be equal to 1. Same concept applies to more than 2 events. If they are exhaustive, then the probability of their union will be equal to 1 because their union will be equal to the whole sample space S. So the favorable outcomes and the total outcomes will be equal, hence the probability will be 1. Then third one is equally likely events. If 2 or more number of events or 2 or more events have same number of sample points, with respect to same sample space, then they are called equally likely events. Now I'm going to take the example and I want to check whether the given events with respect to the experiment are mutually exclusive, exhaustive or equally likely or not. For example, experiment is rolling a die. Therefore sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let us make 2 events, that is a subset of sample space, getting odd number. Getting odd number on dice, that is 1, 3, 5, and getting even number (2, 4, 6). This is another event. Now, if we want to check these events for mutually exclusive, then A intersection B is phi. In this problem, A intersection B is phi, there is no intersection. This implies A and B are mutually exclusive events. Also, if you can observe, then you see that A union B is equal to the sample space. If we take the union of these two sides, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the whole sample space. So this implies A and B are exhaustive events. And the third is about the equally likely outcomes. So what is the definition of equally likely outcomes? If two events have same number of sample points with respect to the same sample space, then they are equally likely events. Here A and B are as they have same number of sample points, because A and D both are equally likely events because they have same number of sample points with respect to the same experiment. Each have 3, so they are equally likely. So in this particular experiment, the two events that we are having, they both are mutually exclusive, they are equally likely, and they are exhaustive, as they satisfy the definitions of the 3 types of events.